I bring greetings to you from Washington, D.C. As your president, President Abraham Lincoln. I find myself today in Tremont, Illinois. I have a lot of experience in Tremont, as Tremont was the county seat of Tazewell County from 1839 to 1850. I tried many cases here at the courthouse. Of course, I would prepare my cases at the public square, which the village has now turned into a beautiful city park. It was a part of the 8th Judicial Circuit, a 14-county circuit. I understand the nation now is going through a scourge of war with a virus. Well, you might know that I know a thing or two about the scourge of war. I have a special message at the end of my remarks here for the Tremont High School graduates. However, I'd like to address all graduates right now, 8th grade graduates, high school graduates, and college graduates. You may be feeling discouraged. That is natural. You may be feeling wounded by what's going on. The possibility of an alternative to graduations. That is also natural. People will tell you time heals all wounds, and to an extent that is correct. It reminds me of a story. I was 19 years old and I was hired to take a flatboat of dry goods down to New Orleans. When I arrived in New Orleans, that was my first education with the slave trade. It disgusted me to see black men, women, and children being chained together and sold as property no different than I had just delivered to New Orleans. I vowed right then and there, if there was ever anything I could do about that, that I would do it. The night we were to head back, a group of black slaves got onto our boat to rob us. Well, they nearly beat me to death. They would leave a scar over my right eye that I would have with me the rest of my life. Neither they or I could have known that in September 22nd of 1862, I would sign a proclamation called the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing the slaves. Well, we made our way back to the north, and I want to tell you that time, to an extent, does heal all wounds. I still have the scar here over my right eye, but on occasion, I do think of that incident. I'd like to encourage you through this dark time. I'd like you to take heart. I'd like you to have hope that maybe as you look back on this time in your life, that you might look at it as a time when you grew, and you can look back on it later and see that you did become a better person because of that. Now a message to the Tremont High School students. Back when you were in 2nd grade, a gentleman in Tremont named Mr. Odie came to your 2nd grade class and addressed you on Veterans Day. You were very good to write him notes of thanksgiving for that. Well, he has kept those notes all this time. He put them in protective sleeves, and he's kept them for you. Well, he'd like to return those to you as an encouragement to you that things do get better, and a time that you were 2nd graders and now you're high school seniors. Well, he'll be at the public square, the city park, at the large shelter this third Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and he'd like to return those to you. You'll have to practice social distancing, of course, which we will do, but he'd like to return those to you. So if you wrote a letter to him of thanks in 2nd grade, you know who you are, and he'd like to return those to you, so hopefully you can do that. I pray you'll take heart and have hope and know that you'll be a better person for going through this tough time. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.